the vampire part of me starting to come out in the... Am I shape-shifting into a vampire before your guys' eyes? I see it. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's weird. That should go away at the end of Kabbalah 99 3/4. Hopefully, preferably. So I just posted online Arya Stark's Cup of Death. I wonder if you liked it or not. Her cup of life, cup of death. The reality is this. You're sitting on a planet filled with vampires and zombies. 7 billion people who have not done any work. That are all playing victims and nobody's attached to God. And you're about to get power. And all of those people who don't even know anything are about to come and attack you for your power. Because that's what dumb people, unenlightened people do. So we don't pretend like bad things don't happen to good people. Ever. And the idea that we would live in a delusion is part of that reptilian agenda to slaughter you, you know, or to hurt you even more. So, it's not unintelligent to have a cyanide pill always on you. It's actually kind of stupid to not. I'm not saying to take the cyanide pill until you get captured, you know? Bushido. But don't pretend that people are all love and light here. You're living in hell. And you're at the grace and mercy of God. Look around. This planet is a nightmare hell. And I'm here trying to do God's work as much as possible. And I can't even get Elijah Wood to write me an email. So you need to understand that this planet is filled with just pure on narcissists. Everyone raping a planet, can't bother stop raping a planet because of all of their stupid fucking lies and excuses. All right, they're programmed robots that would literally crucify you to death because that's what God tells them to do. Because that's the demon muggle zombie program in their brain. They have no intelligence and they don't even speak truth. And that's why I'm in the nicest part of London, one of them, and there's just litter everywhere. So you have to be honest, you know? The idea that there's actually hope for a global ascension depends on how well you guys are going to be able to trick the system and rise above it. And sure, it helps to have a form of empowerment to take yourself off the planet just in case somebody comes to slaughter you because you have power and intelligence. It's an act of compassion instead of a prison. The other way, it's a prison. At Hufflepuff, you know, at this point, you're a saint and a Christ. If you're even watching this video, man, you must have some decent karma. Or it could just be the devil and I'm the liar and everybody else is just so fucking good. The whales are still in jail. 55 elephants a day are still being slaughtered, and so are 100-something starseeds, indigos, and crystals being taken out of the planet. So you have to really do some math. They're vampires because they're codependent on systems that serve them. Instead of letting go of all of their medicine and vanity and shit and fucking false clothes and, you know, anything vanity. Including their body. All right. So you know. And then you also know that they're all going to be survivalists. That they will do anything to survive and to perpetuate their sicknesses. Because that's how parasites act. So then I look for that in myself and I go, how do I make sure I'm not being a parasite on the planet? Not being a parasite on the planet should be turned on. Parasite on the planet should be turned off, and that's off. So not being a parasite on the planet should be turned on. So the first thing a parasite does when it's recognized is attack. And you should know that. Because you're fighting a giant horde, hive mentality of parasite. If you can't understand the warrior tactics of Hufflepuff, man, you'll never make it into the Seraphim. That's art of war. You can't be God's warrior if you can't even understand the war you're fighting. Star's statement is true as can be. Their patterns will lie, cheat, steal, and kill to prevent from being broken. That means their patterns of cruelty, which, because nobody's in Hufflepuff, much less if they have ascended into Gaebra to be part of Gryffindor, they're just pure cruelty. Like, they don't care about slaughtering a saint, you know? So you need to do these, expect for the worst. You want to make it into Gryffindor? It's expect and prepare for the worst. And have all of your defenses set up in the high astral realms and the lower astral realms everywhere. Because you're a fairy on a planet full of demons. Vampires, trolls, and zombies. And they're all sitting in a muggle matrix box that's programmed to blow any day. like snakes in a canister. You have no idea what people are on the inside until you've seen your own shadow on the inside. And then you realize that's you who have done the work. And honestly, if people's subconscious wasn't that bad, Trump wouldn't have been elected as a president, you know? And nobody would have health issues. My God, health issues. If they have health issues, it's because they're disconnected from God. And if they're disconnected from God, they're just demons. And that's why everything is shitty as fuck here on this planet now, isn't it? And everybody's in pain and everybody's suffering, but nobody actually even wants to say hi to me or let go of their fucking iPhone for 5 seconds. The Six of Swords. Do not dwell here. This is get through Reaver territory. Put your head down and move forward. There is no love here. None. Gently get through. And spend as little time here as possible. Heal here. But this is River and Serenity, the Serenity boat, going through Reaver territory as fast as fucking possible and as gently as possible. You are supposed to be Seraphim. Do not dwell in Hufflepuff. There is a reason why Christs are slaughtered. Historically, and witches are burnt at the stake. Do not pretend you have more protection than you can offer yourself. Physically. Do not live in delusion. Delusions of grandeur that everybody's here is an angel. The Six of Cups. This is joy and nostalgia. There's something beautiful in the inner child, and you meet God as an inner child here in TIPHARETH. You start to bring out the innocence in you again and again and again. Over and over and over. I would say there's a man leaving to protect the kids. And then it's a star lily. To me, the flower of death. So, but also joy and love. White lilies, you know. It's also nostalgia for more peaceful times. Innocence. If we didn't exist on a hell planet, come on, don't pretend that everybody hasn't been calling it hell. They just do it subconsciously. This is hell. This planet is hell. It's a realm of hell, you know? And now you're 1 foot out of hell. Here in TIPHARETH. The first thing is some fucking demon is going to try to pull you back down, you know? And then punish you because you have gotten out of hell. Or, how dare you light it on fire? You try not to kill any of the Muggle children, you know? It's the first thing a demon wants to do. Is take somebody who's gotten into TIPHARETH and then pull them back to hell. The Six of Wands, victory. You've made it. But you're on a razor's edge. And do not rest on your laurels here. I like how he's sitting on the green. Like you're sitting on Slytherin. It's not really a stable foundation. The white horse is like, yeah, I see you. It's like, don't buy into it. Six of Pentacles, charity. Through all of his wisdom and divine royalty, whatever little money he has, he offers to the populace. It's an important card. Especially if you're on the other end. If you're one of these guys and you need a sandwich for the day. I remember the one guy that fed me the 1 cup of coffee when I did my hunger strike. And if I'm dealing with stuff, you might want to be one of the first people I be nice to, you know? Discernment and fear are not synonymous. What about the conditions on this planet make you feel safe and secure? Other than an established ground that somehow you are allowed to sleep in a nice bed day after day after day. Things will turn very fast as the planet deteriorates, unless you can lift up the planet and build a community of people you trust. Hufflepuffy people, or above. It's the only way through. You guys should probably do it for free. And not build resentment. It's charity. You should do it, and do it without receiving credit. And instead of sending razor blades because you get no credit, you send little green dragons. And they're responsibility dragons. So if you get angry, you throw little green dragons at people. And then they can fly back to you, you know? Or they can heal those people. And they have self-defense mechanisms, so they're not getting slaughtered. So it's a nice Hufflepuff magic. And when they want to fly back home to mommy, they will, you know? It's better than throwing razor blades. It's the good karma. That's you at your worst. Okay? Unless you're actually having to defend yourself, and then that's something else. And I'm just talking about astral planes. Let's stop pretending there isn't a huge astral war happening. Let's stop pretending. Maybe if we stop pretending, we might be able to heal the things. The first person who does Kabbalah 100 with me, for Yesod, we will heal the astral planes very 100%. That would be our commitment. Somebody has come through to do Malkuth. We'll see if we do Yesod. That's the charity. So we will have 100% discernment on this planet, gridded all the way through. And just that is a gift. But we need Yesod also. So, you know, if any of you want to brave it, we create different keys for the Kabbalah 100 class. It's a different commitment. All right. It's in charity. I think I explained the Six of Pentacles with just that. It's weird. In my unenlightened days, I used to look at these cards and go, these are all good cards. And I looked at the 5 cards and I'd go, these are all bad. Now I feel the reverse. Except for maybe the charity card. There's something very creepy about this card now. As I ground and have more discernment and life experience. I don't want to label it as creepy. I want to label it as nostalgia. I wish I had something better to offer. I wish I had more all love and light. It just seems fake. Everything just seems fucking fake. Color and out.